Hey, Dawn. I'm sure you've all seen the movie Braveheart before. Probably the best movie ever made, and the story of William Wallace and how he fought for the independence of Scotland, and one of the craziest stories in history. You're gonna spin out, bruh. Right now, I'm in the middle of Lanark town. This is where it all began. Obviously the town's a lot more modern now. Right there behind us, see that statue there? That's a statue of William Wallace right in the middle of the town. But listen to this. This is the spot where William Wallace's home stood. That was the home of him and his wife. Yeah, I'm going to presume a lot of you have seen the movie, but obviously a lot of you wouldn't have seen the movie before. But long story short is powerful England back in the 13th century used to treat the Scots like shit. Every town in Scotland would have a big castle in it, and it would have English soldiers who ran everything and took all their money and just treated them like shit for a very long time. They were implementing this thing that if a Scottish man married his wife, that wife would be forced to sleep with the English soldiers in that town on the night of her wedding. That just puts in a perspective how bad it was for the Scottish people back then. So yeah, if you remember in the movie, the town where he's running around living his life, he falls in love with that girl, he ends up marrying that girl. Well, this is their home right here. That's it. As the story goes, is that it was that bad and they killed his wife. And it shows that in the movie, they slit her throat. Watch how many times I cry in this episode, bro. It's sad, bro, that's why. Anyway, back to it. They slit his wife's throat. It all kicked off from there. And it all started when he killed the English sheriff. And it's like, back in those days, bro, to attack one of the English soldiers or someone in an English castle as a Scottish person, they'll hunt you down, they'll kill everyone you know. So what he done was like a major act of defiance. And you can imagine the feeling of all Scottish people back then. They would have been so scared but so happy that someone stood up. Do you get what I mean? Even that little act. And at that time, it was just a little act of rebellion and he was just a criminal. That was just a criminal offense. But yeah, that one little rebellious act, just seen as a crime, led into the biggest revolution and the fight for Scottish freedom, the Scottish independence. That's where it all started. It all started on that one day in 1297 in this town. That would have happened, I don't know the exact location for where he killed that English sheriff, but the castle is down the street. So like I said, every Scottish town had a castle built and the English would sit in it and they just run the Scottish town from their castle. And the ruins of that castle, the castle is demolished now, is down the end of this street. But there's a few significant sites that you would even remember from the movie in this town. One like that, it can't get any more significant than that, is his home. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. There's a statue put in place that's not far from here, and it's a Wallace Memorial. Obviously, you can imagine, he's everything in this town, bro. Look, even right next to a Wallace Emporium, everything will be named after William Wallace, bro. It's mad. Do you remember in the movie after he kills the English sheriff and they chased him? Usually back then, you would run to a church, and the church is a place like a safe haven, even from authorities. But that was seen as such a crazy act, like a Scottish person killed an English sheriff. A lot of people are going to die for this. So even the church said, you got to go, they're going to kill you. And he ended up going and staying in the bushes, and he hid out in the bushes for days. And it's not far from here. It's called Wallace's Cave now. But yeah, we'll just go and check out all of those sites, bro. I just want to take another moment to take in, bro. It's Wallace's house, bro. The marital home of Sir William Wallace and marital Braveheart in Lanark, which in 1297, Wallace first drew sword to free his native land. He was captured and cruelly executed at Smithfield, London on 23rd of August, 1305. Yeah, that comes years later. This plaque replaced the memorial stone in 2005 to commemorate 700 years since his death. They call him the Guardian of Scotland. Look at this. Even this is a sword, bro. How mad's that? Before we go and see the significant sites, let's just have a quick look at Lanark Town. Wow, guys. Look at this. Oh, bro, there's people with my last name. What the hell? Lees. That's my last name. James Lees and John Lees. That's funny, that's my brother's name, John Lees. Just in case you didn't see my vlog to my Nana's hometown, and the reason I'm here in Scotland is I'm more Scottish than anything, and my Scottish hometown is not far from here, and our family Lees and William Wallace, this area, were all part of the same clan, the Macpherson clan. Not to say we were related, there's just being part of a clan is different to being part of a family, but it's just more of a larger group, you know. This part of the world, these towns, is where my last name Lees originates from. So we'll go down here, we'll check out, just want to check out this whole area. After this town, we're going to another town, a maybe even more significant town called Stirling also. So, like here, like I said, this is where it all started. This is where William Wallace, and you know, this is where he's like grown up. I don't know if he was born here, it's unclear, but he grew up here, met his wife, got married, and lived his life here until he became the revolutionary that he was, you know. After we check out the old castle where the English sheriff who he killed was, or where he was stationed, the Wallace statue, and then also, because we got a car, drive to, it's not far out, like after you seen in the movie, after he killed the sheriff and got chased, he went out to the forest. That's out, it's only about 10 minutes out. It's called William's Cave, and we'll walk in the forest, and it's just be crazy to just be walking where he was hiding, bro, you know what I mean? But yeah, after that, like as the story furthers, after that happened here, and then they started to join together, and everyone started to back him up because they were just happy that a Scottish man stood up against them, you know? So he actually started to get a movement going, started to get people supporting him. But one of the most significant victories they had were against a whole English battalion, like a massive English army in the town of Stirling, which is about an hour north of here. And that place, probably even more so than here, than Lanark, where he's from, that place is just the ground zero of William Wallace and all of that revolution. It was just a little Scottish army, and they just defeated this huge English army, and that was like the turning point of the victory over at Stirling. Was the point where the rest of Scotland looked at what was happening here, and they were like, wait a minute, we can actually do this, we can actually defeat the English. And they all joined together, and they end up defeating the English after William Wallace died. Like, how crazy is that, cuz? Like, it all started from here, bro. Monument site of Lanark Castle. Stone marks the celebration of the 800th anniversary of the signing of the Royal Charter of 1205 to 2005. Yeah, this is a depiction of the castle, and these were the grounds here. After hearing the news of his... Bruh. Every time I'm about to read about his wife getting murdered, even I just seen the name there, it's like, bruh. I swear, lad, I'd do the same shit, cuz. Like, imagine someone murders your wife, lad. I swear, lad. On my grave, cuz, I'd... Anyway, After hearing the news of his wife's murder, Wallace began planning the attack on Lanark Castle. In 1297, he gathered his small force at Cartland and then in small groups stole into Lanark at dead of night. Silently, Wallace and his followers crept up to the castle, and again was luck on their side. They overpowered the guards and got access to the apartments. Startled from his sleep, Helzerig was unable to defend himself. Wallace split his skull to the collarbone with his massive two-handed sword. With this act, Wallace started the War of Independence. Wow! Far, lad. So we're here. That was the castle site. Alright. So it was just there. So this was the castle, and that would have been where we started. That was just the village. Obviously the town is much bigger now. It would have just been that old part where we were, and his wife lived there and he lived there, and they killed his wife cuz, and he still lived up the street, and he got a crew together in the dead of night, and they snuck in, overpowered the guards, and he found the sheriff of the castle. He jumped out of bed and he split his skull all the way down with a sword, lad. Wow, cuz. That's crazy, bro. Yeah, I heard, sorry, I forgot to say now that I heard that it's been turned into a bowling club. It said that when I was learning about it on like Google reviews and that. But yeah, it's got turned into a bowling club, Lanark Thistle. How crazy is that? On this mound site of an ancient Roman fortification stood the royal castle of Lanark, a residence of David, William the Lion, and later kings, from which many of their royal charters are dated. It was the meeting place of the Scots parliaments in 1293, 4 and 5. The castle was occupied by the English under Edward I and Edward II, and was finally won back in the Wars of Independence. Yeah, so a lot of these castles had Scottish kings in there who weren't real kings of Scotland. They were placed there by more friendly previous English kings, sort of like puppet kings that never really looked after the Scottish people, but they were allowed to be kings, much like a lot of governments today, actually, much like 70-80% of presidents and stuff today, but same story, human history. And then when that king came in, Edward, and that's the King Edward the Longshanks in the movie Braveheart, and apparently like he was one of the most savage kings in a long time, if not ever, in English history. And they started just hammering the Scots, and that was in the time of William Wallace. So William Wallace was growing up as a teenager and stuff in the time of Edward the Longshanks, and they were just killing Scottish like noblemen and stuff like that all the time. Yeah, and when Edward came into power, he was actually that bad that they went to all the Scottish kings' castles and even kicked out the fake kings and just replaced them with straight English people. So like every Scottish town would just have a castle full of people that rode up from England and just went like, yep, we're sleeping with all your wives and taking all your money. Like, yeah, it's crazy to think that it's a bowling club now, but yeah, that's mad. True, stuffed the castle, bro. I'd have destructed it too, lad. Turn it into a public toilet, say. So I think we access through down here, but in those grounds of the castle is the William Wallace memorial statue. Welcome to Castlebank Park. Yeah, this park is the grounds. So the castle was on our left here, behind those bushes. It's so crazy to be walking like the grounds and it's everything, bro. You know what I mean? How man's that tree, lad? Look at that tree. Monkey puzzle. Bro, what's this tree? Wow. Brother, that's the scariest tree I've ever seen in my life. Even full of spiders, cuz. Wow. Lad. The unclimbable tree, lad. Monkey puzzle. That's why it's called monkey puzzle, bro. The monkeys don't know what to do, lad. They just stay at the bottom puzzled, scratching their heads like, what is this? Oh, that's mad, lad. This little building on the way is hectic, eh? Wow, look how mental this is, lad. The trees, everything here is so beautiful, bro. Is that the sickest, lad? Look at that. The memorial statue's down through here. In the footsteps. After slaughtering the English governor and his soldiers in this castle in 1297, it's thought that Wallace and his men fled to the south through Clyde Forest to the River Clyde, part of the Castlebank Park where you have been within the Bailey of Lanark Castle. This is the Wallace Memorial Rose Garden. Look. How mad is that, bro? That's hectic. And they would have just had like wooden shields, eh? The Scottish cross on it. So this pathway down here goes down to the river that him and his mates ran to the river straight after they invaded that castle. Imagine that feeling, eh? Knowing you done something that big, bro. Like they would have been planning that for ages and they would have known the significance of it. Like we are planning and we are going to invade. Wow. We are going to take over an English castle and kill them. Like that's mega. And after they executed it, they'd have just got together and ran straight down the river. And they would have just all looked at each other like, we done it, bro. Like, far out, lad. We got him. We got him. Let's hoge, lad. This would have been, not that this path existed exactly, but like that's exactly where the castle was. So they would have ran down somewhere down these dirt hills. Oh. This trail's mad, lad. I'm happy how authentic it is. Which way is it? That way? Hey, joking, brother. Relax. Look how there was old stairs there that went up there. Alright, brother, we're getting a bit too authentic now. Where's the escalators? Am I on the right path, bro? Where's all the other tourists, mate? Look at these little murder trees, lad. Look at the leaves on these trees. Cars. They're the angriest trees I've ever seen, brother. I can see a little oh no, look. I was going to say, look, big river. Wow. Here it is, brother, the River Clyde. Wait, there's another path? Where does this path go? We're going down this way? Bro, where's the path, lad? Alright, looks like we're going off the edge. Oi. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, lad. A proper slid. Bro, this is steep. No one's watching? Lad. I'm surfing on the way down, cuz. Oh, bah. Thank God for these trees, lad. Oh, lad. It's proper steep, lad. Look at this. So if there's a part of the movie where they go down to a river for any reason, then we're here, bro. Brother, wow, cuz. Lad. It's so OG. This is where they were, cuz. This is where they stood. This is where they ran down to kick back and just go over their behaviours. Reflecting on their behaviours, brother. Sorry, bro, I gotta just check what's gonna kill me in this country, brother. I gotta know. I'm down here by myself, riverbanks, bushes, relax, brother. Chat GPT, brother, where are you? What's gonna kill? I don't even want to know. Alright, I want to know one thing. Crocodiles, that's all I care about at this point. Anything else out of the water? Komodo dragons? I'll smash a Komodo dragon anyway. But crocodiles, I don't know about that. Alright. There's venomous snakes, ticks, there's wild boars. Alright, nothing. Well, hey, it's no crocodiles, no Komodo dragons, brother. Just ticks, lad. Anyway, back to it. Can't believe how, like, untouched it is, eh? It's so untouristy. They didn't even put up it's not even like a sign. It's just nothing. It's just, this is what it was. Alright, we'll head back up now. The place that they call Wallace's Cave, for the reason that that's where he hid, actually has a proper name. Something Craigs. Cartland Craigs. This natural site is associated with William Wallace. He used it as a hiding place after killing the sheriff. That'd be sick, eh? Full hid out, lad. Made himself a mad little cave, bro, and just hid there for days, lad. Knowing that the English wanted to kill him. We'll go there now, bro. This is the way, eh? Yeah. Oh! Bro, everything is spiky. Everything. Look! Look! Even the leaves! Over every single thing is spiky, lad. Cause every single thing. Nah. When we get back up here into the town, I want to try to get a drink or something to eat before, because when we leave here to visit Wallace's Cave, that's out of the town, and then we've got a bit of a drive to get to Stirling after here. So if I don't get something from the town now, it's going to be a while. I want to try to find this drink, Iron Brew. IRNBRU. Apparently it's the full essential Scottish drink. I wonder how many of these houses, well, I doubt the houses would have been the same. So you're talking a long time ago. The placement of the, because that's the castle, so obviously the houses coming up the street from the castle to the town, these houses we're walking between, they would have existed. Just not sure if it'd be these exact houses, because 700 years is crazy. 700 years, you know what I mean? Even houses that look like this are like 200 years old. But they're without a doubt still old as. Still a couple hundred years old. Well, but actually when you think about it, in the movie, they were nothing like that. They were like stick shacks. True. This would have been all like shacks, bro. Stick shacks. Maybe they used some boulders in the building process. But yeah, nothing like that. Nothing like that. Because you remember the English were going around setting the villages on fire. All their roofs were made out of sticks and stuff. Here's our car. I'm 90% sure we're illegally parked. Anywhere with a yellow line, it seems that no one's parking. But the thing is, when I pulled up here, there was a car parked here with me. Now I come and it's gone. See what I mean? I swear I'm illegally parked here. We'll just go to the shop here quickly. Like I said, just try to grab a drink, something to eat. It is Sunday too, Sunday morning. So don't be surprised if nothing's open in a small town like this. Oh, look at this, lad. I'm glad I've seen this lane. Look at this. The tale of William Wallace, Lanark, 1297. Wow, cars. Wallace and his men arrive, Lanark. Meets Marion. Marion, that's her name. Oh, that's their marriage certificate. Oh, bruh, that's the thistle. You know how she gives him the flower he puts it in his handkerchief, he keeps it with him. Oh, bang. I think that's just like a map of Scotland back in the days, maybe. Baited by the Sheriff of Lanark, who Selrig's men, Wallace retaliates. There he is, bruh. They killed his wife. From skull to the collarbone, look. That's the depiction of his death. Helswick house razed to the ground. And then Wallace's story continues. Wow, bro. Wow. Far. So glad we seen this, eh? There's a hot food store here. I'll see if it's got that drink. Right, they got it, lad. Adelaide, they full order gay, lad. Oh, that's ouch, brother. Iron Brew Adelaide, they got it, skis cards. You know what the best word is, lad? Straight out. Aye. It's the maddest word, Adelaide. I'm gonna try to take it home, cuz. I was spinning out on that like last time, cuz last night. I was thinking, bruh, there's this word matey was saying. I was at this castle, and I said, bruh, where's the castle down here? He goes, you can't go in it. I said, no, I just want to look at it. He went, like that, lad. It was mad. But like, just commonly people will say, aye. Like that, lad. It's the maddest word. Anyway. Iron Brew Adelaide. Brewed in Scotland. A Sega recipe since 1901, brother. That's ouch, brother. Oh, it's got caffeine in it. Well, I got a coffee too. I might be triple dosing on caffeine. I might have to leave with. I didn't know it had caffeine in it. And I got a chicken bake and a pineapple tart. I don't know why, cuz I'm just hungry. But let's try this drink first, cuz. But I was full busting a sweat in that jacket straight out, lad. Iron Brew, lad. Orange flavored creaming soda. That's exactly what it tastes like. Nice. That's nice. I'm so precise with that flavor, with that description. I just had it. I'm like, wait, what is this? It is creaming soda with orange flavoring, cuz. 70% creaming soda, 30% Fanta. Creaming soda and Fanta. Mwah. Do that mix and you got Iron Brew, I promise ya. Tastes mad, tastes hectic. Secret recipe, cuz. I just gave up your secrets, brother. Trying to act like you're not mixing Fanta with creaming soda, cuz. Don't touch me. Mwah. I'm gonna pump these. It's like a thing like sausage rolls and baked stuff. They like it here. Everyone here's pumping it. Like everyone's eating this. Chicken bake. I'll give you a sauce. Oh, yum. Oh, yum. It's very white. Like, you know that white sauce, that white chicken sauce. It's very that. I didn't expect that. I thought it was going to be dark inside like a pie. It's good. All right, let's get on with it, lad. Oh, I needed that. Thank God we got a car too. It was actually a mission to get that car. It was a mission. Because I woke up in Kirkcaldy, which is like a town. If you've watched my main channel vlog, you should know, but if you haven't, it's a town on the other side of Edinburgh. So I had to wake up there this morning on a Sunday morning, catch the train to Edinburgh, to the airport, to get a airport rental. I had to organise all that. Wake up in Kirkcaldy, go to Edinburgh, rent a car, use the car to come and discover these towns and this journey that we're on today, the William Wallace story. When we finish this, drop it off at Glasgow airport, make my way back to Glasgow City, book a hotel, sleep, and then wake up and catch a bus and a boat to Ireland. So I've been a bit flat out, cuz. One more appreciation for William Wallace's house, bro. That's mental, lad. Look, someone's parked with us. 4 minutes away from Wallace's cave loss, lad. We go back up to the main street. Bye, Wallace's house, lad. See you later, brother. We're going to your cave first, lad, and then we're going to go where you gave the English a mwah, and they go mwah, mwah. Mad town, eh? I reckon they call it Lanark. They wouldn't call it Lanark. Lanark. Like bogan Aussies, eh? Lanark. They call it Lanark. Even Kirkcaldy, where I was last night, this morning, Kirkcaldy, Kirkcaldy. They call it Kirkcaldy, like Kody, Kirkcaldy. Right, it's coming up here on the right. So it was 2 kilometers out of the village. I wonder how touristy it is, or if it's just straight bush. Like the riverbank, that was mad how authentic it was. Alright, we're gonna pull up, it's here. Alright, there's a turn off here, Mad. Alright, there's a turn off here because it is back there. We'll see where to park. Relax, slow down, brother. You're going around like Colin McRae, relax. Where do I park, lad? Let's just go for a look. Buzz, I just went down that hill and I kept going, and then there was that. So that's where I parked, lad, because I don't know, cuz, what was I supposed to do? Keep going along this road. So we've got to walk back up to the main road and cross it. And it's like, I think it's on a riverbank, lad. We crossed the bridge where it was. I didn't know it was on a riverbank, bro. That's mad. It's across there. Alright, there was a driveway. I didn't see that. I think there is. Is that a driveway or is that just a bridge? Oh, it's a bridge. Oh no, there's a driveway, bro. Look. Alright, that's the bridge we crossed. And it is, his cave was down here looking over the water. So he rode out, bruh, like, they went down to the water, him and his crew, and the English were after him after that, so he'd killed the English in the town. So it's safe to presume that is the English then heard that, started sending the English soldiers that were as close as possible to this town to, one, arrest him, kill him, or two, if the town doesn't give him up, threaten to kill everyone in the town and burn it down and all that stuff. I think even in the movie that's what happened. Bro, we're high up on a cliff, by the way. Cartland Craigs. I feel like it goes down. See, it goes up. But see how there's a passage that goes down? It's down that path, lad. That's why that path is there. With the vipers, lad. Let me see how close. This is a massive drop, bro. When I say massive, I mean I can't even see the bottom. Look. You can hear the water down there, but I just gotta be careful, brother. Like, that's not a joke, bro. So I gotta just make a judgment on the path in front of me, because it seems to be not only blocked off, but blocked off a long time ago. And there's no remnants of any type of infrastructure to facilitate people coming down here whatsoever, other than that grass isn't growing in a straight line. You know what I mean? Alright. Brother. Lad. Wallace's cave. Relax, brother. Cuz, what is this place, cuz? There's nothing there, bro. Here, well, this is Wallace's cave, brother. I'm cruising. The vipers. There's not even a path after this. The path ends there, cuz. What happens now? Bro, look how far down it is. I don't know what to do from here. Whatever was a path ends right there. The water, cuz. Brother, it's like at least 30 meters with nothing but this and drops. I'm actually half surprised and half impressed. Surprised and impressed how OG and original their Wallace sites are, cuz. You know what I mean? You know, if I roll backwards, I'm dead here, cuz. If I roll, I'm dead. Bro, see, before I fucking got axed right here. Brother, this is how close I was then. Right there. That's just a steep roll to a cliff. That's like that steep. There. And that's just a cliff. And it's nothing to grab on. That's your last hope, that little twig tree. And I axed right there on the edge. Laters, lad. What do you even do there, cuz? If you get axed down in Wallace's cave, Adlai. Even the English soldiers couldn't find him, lad. You're gone. What do I do? Ask Siri for help. Relax. I can't get over how high we are, lad. Let's walk up the normal path for normal people. We'll see if it goes somewhere. I don't feel, brah, ow, move. Brother, I'm sick of the cave, lad. We're going to Stirling, lad. Anyway, this is where you come to hide, lad, like a meathead. Yeah. I find it interesting how insignificant it is. Like, it doesn't even have a sign or nothing. Let's walk along this bridge for a sec. Bro, look how high it was! Bro, look how high it was! Cuz, it's higher than I thought. Look, lad. Look where we were walking. Cuz, I was just doing my own thing, cuz. I just made up my own path, lad, I think. I full in my head thought we're gonna go to the bottom, lad. Boom. Bro, that is so high. So he was down there. I'm so close to these cars. Look at my skinny footpath. It's the size of my foot. These cars are thumping, cars. See up there in that gap? Where it goes down, you can see a little gap, you can see a handrail. We were walking there, cuz. About that far down. That's the edge I nearly slipped. From there down to there, cuz. Move. Here's off the other side. Cuz, it's so high, brother. Look. It's even got suicide things here. Whatever you're facing, we're here to listen. If you're going through a tough time, you don't have to face it alone. Look, bro. All over the bridge. Bang. Bang. People commit suicide off this bridge, bro. Come on. That's bad, lad. For real, though. What it says is true, lad. Life's mad, trust me. If you feel like life's shit, trust me, bruh. Hang around, you'll see. That's all you gotta do is hang around and you'll see, bruh. Life can get shit 100%. For every single person, brother. Even the King of England, cuz. There's a period in his life that it was shit. And all you gotta do is just hang around and wait, lad, and it changes. That's the truth, brother. Take it from me. If you're gonna take it from anyone, take it from me, brother. I've been all the way there and I've been all the way here, cuz. Just hang around and wait. I can't believe I nearly slipped off that edge, bro. I nearly lost the camera too, brother. When I fell, the camera and it detached from the handle that it's on and it like bounced near the edge, brother. I'm checking my feet for ticks, bro. Apparently ticks here can kill you. You get bitten by a tick and you get Lyme disease. Now we're off to Stirling. I won't bore you with too much of this drive to Stirling. It's 57 minutes away, just through countryside. I'll just pump it there, car, so we get there quick as. I'll turn the camera back on when we're there, right? Otherwise, what are you gonna watch? Scenery? They'll watch me do a big uppercut and then I'll do a Colin McRae and then a mwah. Right, now we're just coming to the maddest green countryside. We're still going through little towns though. I've been pumping on highway for about, feels like about 15 minutes, 20 minutes now. Pretty fast too. What a town, brother. We're in Stirling, Scotland, brother. This is ground zero, Adelaide. Ground 000, lad. Alright, we're in the middle of the town now. The first place we're gonna go is a National Wallace Monument. It's like big. It's not like that little statue back in Lanark. These are big monuments of William Wallace. And when we get there, I'm gonna tell you also about someone who's just as, if not more famous here. And that's Robert the Bruce. Bro, look at it, lad. Look at it. Cars, wow. Brother, what's that, cars? I would have stopped to take a photo of this, lad. Sorry, bruh. Brother, look at that, lad. Alright, you enter from the other side. We're gonna drive up another street. I could have walked that, But we're pressing for time because if we walk all the way there, yeah, we can walk it, but then on the way back we'd have double that walk, so what's the point? Yeah, this here is the proper car park. Let's go. We're here, lad. Bros. Boom, lad. Footpath to the National Monument, lad. Hectic, bro. Let's do this. There's a little ornaments place. What is it? Souvenirs down there. I love how understated their signage for their tourist things are, no matter how proud they are of it. Like when you're driving in the town there's no signs saying this way, that way. You know, like, and they put like statues down there of him saying, go up that way. So it says nothing, cuz you got to know your own way and leave it bare, you know. How crazy is that? 3 bodies, no heads. "95 meters up." That's what that sign said. National Monument was built between 1861 and 1869 to commemorate Sir William Wallace. The monument has 246 steps and it stands 220 feet high. Wow. So this monument is almost 200 years old itself. Wow. Wow. Baba. Come on. Lad. Insane. Wow, bro. Look at the view. Oh, is that Stirling Castle over there? There's the river. Hall of Arms, Hall of Heroes, a Royal Chamber, and the Spire. It's 3:12. She said there's an actor downstairs outside and he's really good. And he plays like he does the battles. But it's in 18 minutes. Wow, look at this, bruh. The first level is the Hall of Arms. Wow, brother. Look at that, bro. The Wallace sword. Keep going up. See that sword, lad? See the size of it, cuz? Wow. Alright, the next one is the Royal Chamber. Oh, lad. Robert the Bruce, King Robert the Bruce. Alright bro, I'm cutting. Let's go bro. There's not enough time, lad. Alright, apparently there's a show in 2 minutes. I want to see it bro. Reenactment or something. What's this? River of Thoughts, Stirling Old Bridge. So this is our viewpoint. This is where, that is Stirling Castle, and the Stirling Bridge is down there. That's where we're going after this. That's where the significant fight for William Wallace went down. What a view up here, but hey, cuz. Hey, look at the castle, bro. Go around that back, lad. Look at him on there. Yeah, we're gonna go from here. We'll go to Stirling Bridge, with a significant fight, bro, for William Wallace. He beat the English army at Stirling Bridge, cuz. So when William Wallace was alive, cuz, like, he was sort of like a rebel. It wasn't like it was Scotland versus England. It wasn't that. It was like Scotland has this rebel running around with an army killing English and fighting the English, but it wasn't actually Scotland, right? Because back then Scotland had kings, right? And 90% of them, most of them were like, they were cowards, bro. They were like owned by the English, mentally owned by the English, and they would like disown William Wallace. And you can even see in the movie, they full disown him, lad, and let him lose. You know what I mean? Like full coward kings. And I'll tell you where it changes and what the most significant thing is, and it happened here too in Stirling, is the new King of Scotland was named Robert the Bruce, and he's in that movie. He's the young lad, and his father was the one that had leprosy, whatever. So Robert the Bruce had the choice after William Wallace died to just be a coward and take his castle and take his fake leadership, but he didn't, cuz. He's the physical victor for Scotland. He full declared war against England, so it was officially Scotland versus England, and here in the Battle of Bannockburn, smashed the English army. All right, you see that castle on the hill, Stirling Castle, one of the most significant strongholds for the English, took over that castle. Listen to what this bloke did. Bro, he went around Scotland smashing all the English, didn't stop there, he started invading England. He went over to the English border and he started invading the English, going down significant places like Yorkshire. Bro, he went and took over York, brother. He went there, York, smashed them, took over their castle. He was taking over English cities until England had to like declare, like full surrendered and declared like a peace treaty. And they said, all right, just stop, please. Like, we'll give you your country back. You can be your own country and like, we'll leave. Scotland is Scotland. What a meathead, cuz. What a meathead, lad. Get a piece of Scottish shortbread, my brother. Yum. Pump some shortbread, lad. Let's urge. Oh, look. Matey's here.
1297. That is 727 years ago. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was here that day, fighting alongside Wallace. Now I know what you're thinking. The answer's moisturiser and a fair amount of whiskey. Now at these meetings, Alexander was renowned for his hospitality. Often the wine would flow, and this occasion was no different, except of course this time it was good French wine, so the nobles were quite excited. When the business was done that night, it was late, it was dark, it was also a wild and stormy night, as we do sometimes get here in the estuary. Since they outnumbered us so greatly, surely the better option would be to put on a show of force at this bridge and make us panic and run for the hills. As the cavalry crossed that bridge, they soon found themselves surrounded on three sides by the waters of the River Forth. On the last remaining side, Wallace had already sent our spearmen down to close off that loop in the river and hem them in. And once they crossed the bridge itself, they also discovered that they had to stay on the thin causeway of dry ground that led from the bridge to our line. If they tried to go too far left or right, They soon began to sink into the softer mud on either side and became stuck. Watching on, Wallace let the cavalry cross the bridge. A few hundred of them. They were then followed by the English infantry. We let a couple of thousand of them cross too. You know, enough to make it a fairish fight. They fanned out into that marshland and soon found it very hard going under the weight of their weapons and their armour. When Wallace saw that they were stuck in the mud, that is when he gave us the order to attack and led his men in a charge down the hillside. And a fearsome sight we made. Axes and claymores tearing at them. As we drove into the English flank, it was a ferocious assault, so much so they panicked. They broke ranks. They ran back towards the bridge trying to escape, but of course there was no escape for them that way. The route was blocked by their own soldiers coming to their aid. So instead, some turned to the river to swim to safety. But of course, any that tried that drowned. The waters were still, but they were deep. They were dragged to the bottom by the weight of their own armour. The horses panicked and crashed against the bridge itself. This caused the structure to weaken. When Wallace saw this, he ordered our archers to fire flaming arrows at the bridge, and we set the thing on fire. When it finally fell into the river, with it went any hope the English had of taking victory. Those that had not yet crossed that bridge could now do nothing to help their comrades, they could only watch. Those that had crossed already, well, they were all doomed to fall under Scottish blades. In the end, it was a rout. Decisive Scottish victory against an enemy force that had outnumbered its great.
That's cracker, lad.
Yet, of course, it did come at a cost.
Wow, brother. What context to this fight at Stirling Bridge and the history, lad. The reasoning, that was hectic, lad. Let's get down there, lad. Let's get down to this Stirling Bridge, bro. That story's just hectic. Even hearing that actor just talk at that is just mad, bro. So they won specifically at that bridge, cuz, because one, it was narrow, but two, on the other side was like wetlands, and it just drilled them, bro. They were too heavy to fight, bro. And when they half crossed, what about this, cuz? When they half crossed, they burnt their bridge down. So half were just watching, couldn't do anything, as the other half just got pumped in the wetlands, lad. That shortbread was cracker, by the way. Oh, wow. That was so interesting, that story. I think it went on a bit more, but that was the whole history and the context of William Wallace leading up to Stirling Bridge. I thought I'll end it there because we're going to head straight there now. So it's just like perfect way out. Get a quick coffee, eh? I could do with a coffee. That shortbread was beautiful, bro. I got a scone. They had banana and choc chip scones. Scone of the day. Look at that. Yum, bro. Yum. Oh, there's some butter there. Wow. Yum. I love doing this kind of stuff, bro. Like when I done a video in Cambodia, stuff like that, lad. Everyone loved that video. When I went to that abandoned town in Italy, Vecchio, I can't remember what it was called. It's the best, bro. It's the best. Apice Vecchio. That's what that place was called. It's like learning the earth, brother. Learning earth, lad. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I love, bro. Laters. That was crazy. Alright, we'll go to Stirling Bridge now, bro. What about that? I didn't know that on top of that, where that monument is, where we were standing, is where they all met up and looked over to the English army before their fight. And the English army were all underneath the castle. And they met at the bridge, lad. Guys, we are here. That's Old Stirling Bridge there. It's called Old Stirling Bridge because they've built a new modern one. Obviously a more usable one. But that bridge right here, Old Stirling Bridge, back when the fight happened, was a wooden bridge and it was burnt. But cuz, like, just coming here straight away, it's just amazing, like, on this one side of the bridge, that there's just houses here. Like, I understand it's 700 years ago, and over that time, nations have different priorities, and they would have been extremely poor for a long time. Because, like, right at the foot of the bridge where like 10,000 people were slain, and it's like one of the biggest historic events in your nation's history, and you just chuck a house there, like, yeah. But this is all, look, what does this say? In early September 1297, a mighty army arrived in Stirling to put down the Scots' resistance to English rules. The Scots allowed around half the invaders to advance across the bridge. Then William Wallace and the Scots swept forward and achieved a brilliant victory. Wow, bro. We'll cross the bridge in a sec. But look, this parkland is left here. Oh, bros. Bro, the floor is still soft. Look. It's still like mushy, lad. Exactly how they said it was when the fight happened. Bro, so it would have happened like right here, lad. See, there's a new one, like a bigger one that the cars can go over, but they've rebuilt this, and that was the original one. That's the one that the English crossed over. And so the castle then is just up there. Yeah, you can see it. Oh, there's the castle there. Yeah, look at that. That's Stirling Castle right on that hill. Wow, bro, wow. That's so sick. It's so, I don't know, bro, like, weird. I guess people have died everywhere in the world, you know, like, dying in places isn't unique. Everywhere, even in Australia, there's places, heaps of people have died in fights and stuff. But an entire army, the army was separated in half, and as they got to the foot here, they got just demolished by the Scots from everywhere. So just all of this grass that you see here. Yeah, you see those, like in Braveheart, I was going to say those movies, and they're just there hacking hundreds and thousands of them, just all, that's here. We're standing on it, cuz, just right here. And all the other English would have been, the other half of the army was over there watching and couldn't do a thing about it. And that was on fire in the water. That was burnt down. Like, the only reason that's not upsetting, that's not a great thing, bro. Like, you're talking about thousands of people dying. It's not a great thing. It's the reality of humanity. Not humanity, it's the reality of life. Animals are even worse than us, bro. Like, people think humans are bad. Animals are the worst. But it's sad, bro. Like, we're sitting here saying, like, yeah, they smashed them and like thousands of English people died. That's not a good thing, cuz. Nothing's a good thing. The only reason that we even feel that inspiration is because it's a bit different when it's not like the Scottish people, it's not like we're standing in England and we're saying the Scottish people came to this town and killed them all. Yeah, like that would be putrid too and be disgraceful. But it's like these English army were sent here to Scotland to kill Scottish people. So that's why it's an inspirational story. It's a bit different when you go to someone else's country, you know what I mean? You go to other people's countries to kill them and you die. It's like, don't be so silly, bro. You know what I mean? It's crazy, bro. Having said that, like, not all of them, a good amount of those English soldiers just would have been scared people just like trying to survive, bro. I can guarantee you all of the first ones that crossed this bridge, you're talking back then 16-year-olds were adults, lad. A 16-year-old's a full adult. Like, militaries would be made up of 16, 19-year-olds. So there's like 16-year-old kids that travelled from another country and crossed here, and they're just getting killed by Scottish barbarians. Do you know what I mean? And then all the real scums are sitting over there watching and sitting in castles, like up on that hill watching with a little telescope, and when they seen that happen, they would have just rode off like cowards back up the hill and locked themselves in. The real scums, you know what I mean? The Battle of Stirling Bridge, 11th of September. It was on September 11, I didn't know that. 1297. And Bannockburn, 23rd and the 24th of June 1314 were key victories in the Scottish War of Independence. This bridge is a 15th century replacement for the earlier wooden bridge. We'll walk on that bridge, and I want to finish this at Bannockburn because that's where this story leads. You see, in the movie ends there. The movie doesn't show Bannockburn and Robert the Bruce and stuff like that, but it's like William Wallace was the spiritual victor over England, but just the spiritual victor. And Robert the Bruce was the physical victor, bro. What about how William Wallace was training to be a priest, bro? Wow, cuz. All he did was study languages and the Bible, bro. That's crazy. These people aren't like simpletons like you think, you know what I mean? Imagine how smart of a person he would have had to be. Learning languages, very religious, trying to become a priest, and with enough intelligence and strategy to wage rebellion from the bushes, pretty much. He pretty much jumped out the bushes, hurus adlay, like, you know what I mean? Maybe that's where I get it, lad. Always think, why did I always want to jump out of bushes and out of trees? William Wallace adlay, come on, brother. What's going on? I know we're both McPherson clan, lad, but he done the bush maneuver. William Wallace does bush maneuvers, lad. Wow. William Wallace, the OG bush maneuver, lad. That's crack up. I forgot, a lot of yous aren't going to know what I'm talking about with the bush maneuver. A lot of OG fans will, a lot of yous won't. One of the key moment videos I ever made, actually. Back in those days, I had like 15,000 followers on Instagram. I had a YouTube channel that only had a couple rap songs on it and had like 6,000 subscribers. Yeah, so it's fair to say 99% of yous have never heard of it. Where's that monument? Can we see it from here? So William Wallace and Moray were up there with their armies, bro. And they were overlooking a huge colourful army with banners and flags and stuff all over there underneath that castle. And they seen them coming towards this bridge. And they flew down with the intention to meet them at this bridge, knowing that it's one of their only chances. The color of the water is so interesting, cuz it's legit like it's like a black coffee, cuz look. It is so brown that even the shallow parts near the rock look like you're looking into Coca-Cola. It is that dark. You know, like even sort of dark water, but when it's shallow near the rocks, it's clear because the sediment hasn't concentrated enough through distance through looking through the water. You know what I mean? Because it's shallow, but it's so brown that shallow water is still brown enough to reflect. Look, the rocks it's full like staring into an espresso. It's reflecting like it's darker than Coca-Cola. On the edges, it looks like Coca-Cola, and right off in the middle, it looks like a triple shot of espresso, lad, like just full on brown. Stirling Bridge, brother. The English, whatever, I don't know how to express their ranks. General, commander, whatever, would have been up in there watching. Well, it depends how high up he would have been. A couple of them would have been at the back of the battle because they come down, but the top one, he'd have been just sitting up in one of those windows, lad. That's the coolest, bro. What a shot, lad. Oh, it's like a souvenir store for Stirling Bridge. I thought, wow, what a house, cuz, like, on the bridge. They're just straight houses though. That's a mad spot, cuz, you know what I mean? But still, a little bit creepy, lad. Alright, let's head to Bannockburn. It's 4:30 p.m. Should I keep the vlog going? You know what I'm like nowadays, cuz. These are my best mates. We just do everything together. I got stopped at Bannockburn. My night is still massive. After Bannockburn, I'm driving to Glasgow Airport. Drop this car off. Make my way back to Glasgow City from the airport, however, on a train or something. Book a hotel, which I still haven't booked yet. Still haven't booked the hotel yet. We've been flat out. Book a hotel, stay the night in Glasgow, and wake up in the morning and start the fourth leg of my family journey to Ireland. Far out. Early in the morning too. The Battle of Bannockburn. Let's go. Here it is in here, bro. The Battle of Bannockburn, lad. Whoa. Let's go, let's get into this. It said that this place was closing. I flew over here full like possum born, lad. Full chucked up possum born, brother. It was closing in like 20 minutes, so I took a 9-minute drive. I got here in 2.6 minutes. 2.6. Alright, they said there's the guided tour, the last guided tour finishes, well, it finished already at 3:45. It's now 4:45. I thought he was saying that like I couldn't come in. I was like, what? And he goes, no, you can go see everything yourself and the information's there. It's just not a guided tour. I was like, bro, that's what I want to do anyway, let's go. The battle fought on the 23rd, 24th of June became a turning point in Scottish history. This site is where Robert the Bruce of Scotland set up camp before the battle. From here, he masterminded a decisive and unlikely victory against a much larger English army led by Edward the Longshanks. Bruce's success set in motion events that strengthened his control over Scotland. Finally, in 1328, the English king accepted Bruce's rights as ruler of Scotland. Yeah, after he went down and started full giving you the mwah, mwah, come here, mwah, in the Yorkshire and that, lad. True. Things moved slow. That was still like, so William Wallace died, like in the movie, that was 1305. And this battle was 1314. And it took another 15 years after that, 20 years after that to be recognised. This is it, bro. This is the granddaddy, lad. The Battle of Bannockburn. They should make a mad movie about Robert the Bruce, and I know there is. Pretty sure it's called Robert the Bruce or The Bruce, but it's not like Braveheart. It's not like a full hectic Mel Gibson movie, you know? Battle of Day 1. Scots watched the English arrive in the afternoon. The events of Day 1 played out even better than Bruce hoped. A few English knights crossed Milton Ford to the Scottish position. He rode ahead. He recognised Bruce, unarmoured, riding a small pony. Skirmishers, camp, English defection. Yeah. Battle 2 is an attack at dawn. Scots advance. The English retreat. The English left 5,000 to 7,000 men dead on the battlefield. The Scots only a few hundred. At great odds, Bruce had won. Wow! Look at that. That's their stats card. Scots, Robert Bruce. Casualties light, possibly in the hundreds. English, King Edward II, 5,000 to 7,000. Wow, bro. They pulled a full King Leonidas, lad. Full 300. That's another place I'd love to visit, cuz. I go to Greece and visit those gates, King Leonidas. It's Hell's Gates, Hot Gates or something. Look at the rainbow, lad. Wow. How hectic's that, cuz? Look where it lands, cuz, down there. You can see a full rainbow. That's so hectic. What a time to get a mad rainbow like that, eh? For God and St. Andrew, Robert the Bruce, King of Scots, planted his standard near this spot when the Scottish patriots under his command vanquished the army of Edward II. 24th of June 1314. We fight not for glory, nor for wealth, nor for honour, but only and alone we fight for the freedom which no good man surrenders but with his life. Wow, bro. cars. Look at that, lad. Just look at that beauty, bro. Look at the castle through there. Can you see that? Just even in the gaps, lad, there's just castles. Look, zoom in on that, editor. Look at that, bruh. It's mental, bro. There he is, lad. There he is, brother. There's the man. That's the coolest shit, lad. Robert the Bruce, King of Scots, brother. And here, they just fought like... There was no bridge maneuver, no bush maneuver, nothing, cuz. They just fought in an open battlefield, lad. Wow, bro. I can't get over that castle out there, cuz after the battle, in the distance you can see Stirling Castle. Yes, so that's Stirling Castle, bro. That's where the English were, which surrendered to the Scots after this battle. Bruce's victory at Bannockburn didn't even end the war right away, but it did mark a new phase in the conflict. Bruce continued his campaign for many years before the English king accepted him and his heirs as Scotland's lawful rulers. Bruce now controlled Stirling with its strategic crossing over the River Forth. He next ensured that his family line would continue. He exchanged English knights captured at Bannockburn for his imprisoned wife, daughter and sisters. He then secured the support of Scottish landowners by requiring them to pledge their loyalty or lose their estates. After Bannockburn, English nobles became angry at the war's expense at Edward II's inability to defeat Bruce. They only united behind their king in 1318 after Bruce won back the borderlands taken by the English. Between 1319 and 22, the English twice invaded Scotland. They also attempted to overthrow Bruce, but he foiled their plans. In 22, Bruce defeated the English on their own soil at the Battle of Bylan. A long truce followed. The English king finally recognised Bruce as the rightful king of Scotland in the 1328 Treaty of Edinburgh-Northampton. Look at that, buzz. The Queen of England unveiled that statue. Even the English Queen, the last Queen, Queen Elizabeth II, the one that just passed away, she unveiled that statue. How mad's that? The Queen of England came and unveiled that statue, bro. That's how much respect that lad's got. How mad is it too to hear that he captured English nobles, knights, and he swapped them for his wife and his sisters, lad. Wow, bro. Stirling, brother. What a place, cuz. Stirling, lad. That's so cool, bro. Whew. It all went down here, lad. Because of him, the king recognised the Scots, his ability to rule them, and his kingship, whatever it's called. That's it. They've been just their own nation ever since then, brother. They've been Scotland. I'm 99% sure since that day, since these wars, after a long history of England, you know, just like doing whatever they wanted with them, it all ended then pretty much, and they were just respected from then on. That's sick, eh? The Irish, that's a whole different story, cuz they continued on with the Irish for a long, long time, until not even that long ago. But yeah, that's it, bruh. That's Lanark and Stirling, bruh. The start of it all. William Wallace, Robert the Bruce. Latest.